You're now tuned into the Next2Flex Podcast. Streets talking about.
Good evening, gentlemen. We're here again with another episode. Can y'all hear me pretty good? Y'all good? Welcome to the Next2Flex Podcast. We here again. We got my guys with me. Missing Odin Knight and Sean should be dropping in, but we got DMV D Nice. We got my man J.O. We got my man Kev. We got Coach Zeus, a regular that's jumping in. We got my man Germ. And we also got my boy, a.k.a. the Apostle. So we're going to go ahead and, get into these games. And we're going to go ahead and address the elephant in the room with what happened this weekend. So we're going to start off with what y'all saw in the Ravens game. And was it a shocker or whatever? So anybody jump in when they want to, and let's go ahead and get it off. Kev.
Who gonna take it? Come on, Kev.
I'll take it.
Boom, there you go.
I'll take it.
Go ahead, we're listening.
Run the football. That's what you did all year. You got away from running the football. And it hurt you. I understand most people don't look at the first half. I believe the Ravens only touched the ball 3 times in the first half. The Chiefs kept the ball away from them. I think it was 21-9 to be exact, time of possession. So they didn't have any chance to get the offense rolling. They scored one time. Beautiful play to Zay. Touchdown offense looked good. 2 more times was sour in the first half, but no way do Gus Edwards and Justice Hill get 3 carries each for a game of this magnitude after being the number 1 rushing offense. That's the difference. Bad calls, whatever. Run the fucking football, please.
All right. Well, I got the game went as expected. I mean, they were both 2 great defenses. KC stacked the box the entire time with 8 in the box. They only really went to a nickel, whatever, when Ravens were split out. But when the Ravens set their base offense, they had 8 guys in the box, daring Lamar to throw basically and stopping the run. They said basically we're gonna take away the run and we're gonna make Lamar throw. And with the corners that Casey had, they were locking down the receivers. Like if you look at the plays, the only person that was getting any kind of movement, any kind of separation was Zay. So they had a great game plan. But again, it isn't like Ravens played bad and KC played great, whatever. They both played, expected. The play when it came down, the game when it came down to like a couple of plays. Lamar made some mistakes. There were a couple of holding calls, but that's the difference in these games. Like when the teams are so evenly matched, it don't take much to sway it one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't nothing to hold people's heads down for, like Ravens played bad or the refs stole the game. It came down to like 3 or 4 plays. If there isn't an overthrow in the second quarter or just the simplest plays, 3 or 4 plays made that game. I do have one thing to say about Lamar though. So I wanted to revisit a discussion we were having last week, right? When a question was asked about Josh Allen versus Casey and how he did, right? I stated that Josh Allen played a good game, but I never got a chance to express why. And it's important because I'm going to use that same rationale for Lamar, right? Josh played well because he was decisive in his decision making, right? If he needed a play, if he was 3rd and 5, the play could have been simply a drop back pass out route to Diggs. He would drop back, and the minute that foot hit the ground, he would take off and ensure that he would get the first down. Like he made those plays numerous times throughout the game where those are the plays you can't really script for as a defense. You can shut things down, but if the quarterback decides to just run the ball and get the first down, it changed the game a little bit. It puts the defense on edge. Lamar, this is a result. So Lamar has an issue because he's a black quarterback. He is constantly trying to prove that he can be a pocket passer, right? So instead of making the plays he can make, he is being stubborn because of the stigma of being a black quarterback. And he refuses to run in situations where he had opportunity to. There were plenty of times where KC would drop back in the zone, they would rush 4, and the middle linebacker would pretend he was fine on Lamar, and he would turn his back. It's wide open. But Lamar would want to throw the ball because he wants to prove to people or prove to whoever that as a black quarterback, he can throw the ball. When Josh Allen in this other situation don't have that stigma, so he can make it a quick decision. I drop back. There's no middle linebacker. We need a first down. I'm taking off. Lamar has a decision to make. He has the stigma in his head of constantly being told he can't do something as a black quarterback, and he is trying to prove everybody wrong instead of making the easier play at the point in time. That to me is the issue right now with Lamar. It's not about his play. It's not about whatever, but you got to be decisive. If you're gonna run the ball, run the ball. But if you notice now, Lamar does a lot of like he run and like do a little jump cut like from Madden. He would cut. He's not decisive anymore. Either drop back, pass the ball. If it's not there, take off. Be decisive in your decision making. That's all I got.
I mean, this is the most hesitant we've seen Lamar, in a while. I mean, so I think it was two things. Obviously, the Ravens. This is the most undisciplined game I've seen them play in a while. There's many penalties, mistakes. They don't make that many, turnovers and penalties in big games like this. KC played a hell of a game. They had a game plan for Lamar. I mean, they said, really, you can. KC defense is tough. You can lock down the receivers. Usually they can't stop the run, but they didn't really get tested in the run. So they didn't get, it's easy to stop when you're throwing the ball. But Lamar, obviously, this is his worst game of the year. Yes, he was hesitant, looking for receivers, and he just had to, he was trying to make plays like Russell Wilson and trying to make the type of plays, run around and try to throw the ball and not just take off like you said. It was frustrating to see that, but you just got to give your hats to KC, man. Really, the defense played well second half. At the beginning, I'm not sure what happened. I mean, they were zoning, they didn't play man, and Kelsey just ate him alive first half. They made some adjustments second half, but if the offense could have made a few more plays, it would have been a closer game. But the mistakes, they were frustrated. They made some dumb mistakes. You can't make those mistakes in big games like this. So, it came back to haunt them this week. So back to the drawing board. I don't think they need to blow anything up, but obviously Monken has to make some adjustments, and he's still a young offensive coordinator as far as in the NFL. So he had a bad game plan. So I wouldn't blame it all on Lamar, but the game plan was some shit. So that's my thoughts.
Anybody else?
Well, I wanted to agree with the Lamar. I have made the comment today that he needs to find a common ground between 2019 Lamar and 23 with being decisive on running. There was plenty of chances. I sit in the end zone, so I'm looking at him head on at the game. And there was a couple times where that field was open and he needed to take off. And that's been a few times this year. He doing that Ben Roethlisberger running around, trying to wait for the receiver to get open. And it's been Zay all year. That's the only one that's really been able to break any of those. He's the only one that creates a separation when the play breaks down. I think on the season, Aguilar surprised me a little bit. He was open more than Odell. That I say. But Odell made some tough catches. I'll take Odell back, but not at that number that he got this year. I'll take him back, but not at the number that he got, because we can't afford that number no more.
He's a great leader, though. He's a great leader for the locker room, from what I'm hearing and stuff like that. I seen his dad make a tweet, and
that was fake. That was fake.
It was fake. Yeah, that's what I was about to ask you.
That was fake.
Yeah,
if you look at it, it says at somebody else's name. Somebody photoshopped his dad's name on the front. Yeah, it wasn't real.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was like, it wasn't a credible source, but I don't know how true it was. But he's been, from what I've been hearing, he's been a great leader in the locker room, you know. And they need that because their team is kind of young, you know what I mean? I think definitely he was good. I mean, I don't think they can afford to pay him what they were paying him. But what I did see in that game is I saw a lot of plays that was left on the field. I seen him running for his life a lot. I think Mahomes played a great game. I saw Mahomes. He wasn't trying to go deep. Mahomes did what he needed to do when it mattered. You see what I'm saying? Yep. He said he is like me and Apostle was sitting beside each other. Mahomes was doing nothing spectacular, but he was doing the right things at the right time. Like he would get 5 yards. He knew he was going to take what the Ravens gave him. You see what I'm saying? And he was going to utilize it. He didn't look ruffled. He ain't even look rushed until the second half for real. He looked very comfortable back there in the pocket. You know what I mean? And the difference with that was I think they got out of their game plan. I think the Ravens got out of the game plan because of penalties got them a little behind, and they got out of their game plan. They just stopped running the ball. Well, they never really started running the ball for real. I thought, did Dalvin Cook even touch the ball one time? I'm not even sure.
He didn't touch the field.
He didn't. I don't think he played.
But again, it's Dalvin Cook, the guy they signed 2 weeks ago. Like,
yeah. I'm just saying.
That's what I'm expecting. I wasn't expecting him to play.
Yeah, I expected him to touch the ball. I did expect him to touch the ball, maybe a couple times. Justin Hill's been good, real good in the playoffs for him. Well, the one game they played in the playoffs, and down the stretch, he did look pretty good for him. I don't understand why they didn't use him that much. Gus Edwards, that was a head scratcher for me. Especially with their defensive lineman getting hurt up, you know what I mean? And their defensive line was a little shaky, you know what I mean? It was weird. It was funny. My boy, his son plays for Kansas City. He texted me during the game, and I'm looking at it. He was like, yo, I mean, like, why they not running? Why y'all not running? You know what I mean? And
8 in the box, man.
It's like, yo.
I mean, Gus went for 15 or 8 in the box on his first run. He went 15 straight up on the 8 in the box. And then 2 more carries is not really acceptable. But like I said, in the first half, they didn't have the ball much.
Yeah.
I seen a lot of plays where Likely or Andrews was not on the field. I seen a lot of 3 receiver sets. That takes away from some of them. That adds. It made it easier for the edge rushers to get back there with Lamar's at more often than not. Likely and Andrews was very underutilized. The running game, it could have been more, but I think you underutilized those tight ends till it's too late.
Yeah, I was expecting to see some 2 tight end packages, something with them together. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see much of that at all to try to take advantage of what's name coming back. So that was definitely surprising.
They said Andrews played 18% of the snaps on offense.
I mean, it's his first game back. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting
the biggest game of the year, bro. The biggest game of the year.
His first game off of a 7-week absence.
Broken fibula. His foot.
But they should somehow you got to get them both on the field, though.
He's the number 2 coming into this game. Everybody know the dude likely showed what he could do. He ain't got to be the number 1. He's your off tight end. But neither one of them. Like I said, neither one of them was on the field for a lot of snaps.
Yeah,
I would love to see the breakdown of the sets. I mean, I know y'all were at the game; y'all could see a little bit better. But I would love to see like how many plays they had and what personnel. That'd be a great stat to see.
I saw a lot of them. I seen a lot of like where the tight ends at? Where the tight ends at?
Yeah.
Your boy AKA was complaining about a lot of Aguilar going on in there. You know.
Yeah, like why he kept going to Aguilar? Like what the world?
Yeah, so he had that on there. Boy, Andrew should have not played. He was not mentally ready.
I mean, he had to be out there because he's for his team. But
yeah, exactly.
I do think a point was made earlier about the defenses. Like again, I don't think Lamar played bad or Pat Holmes played great, but Pat Holmes just didn't make a mistake. You know, a defense's job, like whenever you But whenever defense is playing a game or playing against somebody, it's not really the defense is good. A good defense forces mistakes. They allow you to kill yourself. You know what I'm saying? The defense hardly ever dictates. They just put you in position, make a mistake, and they capitalize. Pat Mahomes in the first half made 0 mistakes. Nothing. He didn't make one bad pass. Even a bad pass to Kelsey was in his position where only Kelsey could catch it, and he did. Like that was the thing right there. He didn't make mistakes. No matter what Baltimore did, they rushed him. They set back in zone. They, to quote, Pat Bev and Dude, they said we tried everything that first half. They adjusted the second half, but that first half, Pat Mahomes was on his hit. He didn't miss.
Yeah, I mean, he looked like he was working magic. You know what I mean?
He didn't miss. Yes, he hit everybody open. It was one guy
he had no pressure. It was no. It was no. Pat Mahomes had a lot of time first half. I mean, first half he was sitting back there dancing around. I'm like, where's the pressure?
Nah, bro, a couple of them throws, man. He broke away, falling down.
Yeah, it wasn't.
He was still circling around.
He do a lot behind the line.
The second half when they went man, they had a lot less pressure. First half though, he had more time. I mean, he made some hell of a plays though.
They softened defense up by running a lot of screens, and then that kind of hesitate the defense from blitzing a bit. So I mean, it was a game plan that softened it up. Not like KC physically softened them up. They had Baltimore like unbalanced. You know what I'm saying? But even then, with that, it wasn't like a lot of people open. Like he found the one guy every play. Now it was always Kelsey.
Yeah.
But they found the one guy every time that was open.
I mean,
it's crazy.
He went 10 for 10 in the first half, 100 yards.
I thought it was higher than that. I thought like 15 or something like that. Like he didn't miss the whole quarter and a half.
Yeah, I know. I think first half he had 10. It was ridiculous though. I mean, it was.
I'm gonna show y'all a little clip I found with
championship game. The refs made many questionable calls during the AFC Championship game, but some of the worst ones were a ticky-tacky roughing the passer call on Jadeveon Clowney, and when Chiefs corner
that wasn't ticky-tacky, man. Stop it.
That wasn't ticky-tacky.
Exactly. But twice, and the referees didn't throw a flag on an obvious pass interference.
And that wasn't obvious. Odell pushed him
out because Zay Flowers was flagged for taunting after pushing Legarius off of him and spinning the ball. Which might seem bad, but the Chiefs were pretty much taunting the Ravens all game long, even before the game started, when Travis Kelce tossed Justin Tucker's helmet and tee away, which resulted in 0 consequences. During the infamous Lamar Jackson interception into triple
before the game.
That was the bad one right there to me.
That was the worst one.
They got tackled in the middle of a route, which resulted in the refs once again keeping
that was
their
not a bad one.
pocket. This game had a lot of questionable calls, which is making fans wonder.
That wasn't that
maybe
bad.
Two of those calls may have been bad.
Lamar threw the ball out of bounds, man. Lamar threw the ball out of bounds. But again, that's fine. If y'all want to call it, that's fine. But I'm just saying those weren't great game-breaking plays. Like the one end zone out, that was bad, definitely. But the one unlikely, when Lamar threw the ball out of bounds, I can understand why he didn't call it.
Yeah, I did. I understood that as well. That one where he threw it in the three. For the three receivers, three DBs back there, it was a head scratcher to me. But I mean, he damn near did tackle that man in the end zone. Maybe that's why.
Yeah,
I don't know exactly why they didn't call it. I think it could have went either way. I think that call could have went either way. I just think Mahomes would have got that call though.
Probably so. But about that play though, the likely in the triple coverage, I did see that play. There's a wider angle. And what's concerning about that play is that likely is the only dude that sprinted down the field. Like whoever there was 2 receivers on the right, I think 1 on the left. They ran like short crosses or short comebacks. Zay likely was the only one that sprinted down the field. So it was easy for them to him to triple cover. So I think what happened on that play, I really think a receiver effed up, and the receiver on the left or the right was supposed to pull the safety away, and they didn't run their route, and that's why he was triple covered. I don't think that was officially like Lamar was looking at triple coverage. He thought the safety would be pulled by one of the other receivers because they didn't run anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we gonna put a nail on this one. Anybody else got anything to say before we move on to the next one?
I'm gonna just say, we didn't get so many calls.
We can barely hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're a little low.
Okay, let me fix that. I'll come back.
Okay, but yeah, so while he get his thing straight, man, like I said, it was a good game. The second half, they didn't really move the ball that much. I just think Baltimore didn't do enough. Like They were trying.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. That's a great stat. Thank you, Troy Brian. Like that's a lot of 2 tight ends. You're 40% of the plays. That's a lot. No?
That stat got to be wrong. I mean, they may have put that up there. I mean, bro, we sitting right there. We looking right at him.
He on the field.
I mean, I don't know what else to say. I didn't see it a lot. I don't drink. I wasn't drunk. I wasn't high.
Post your source, man. Post your source, Troy Brian. I want to follow that stat up because that's a lot of 2 tight ends. If that's right.
Yo, y'all can hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just say this. I'm proud of Lamar. Proud of what he did this season. He had a bad game. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Just based on my analysis, he could have did more. I think there was no cohesiveness. There was no coherence with the offense. We couldn't get any of the penalties that we normally get on the regular game that usually go our way. We just didn't get it. So, I think Lamar had a bad fourth quarter, and I think that's what ultimately led to our demise. So I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. He had a bad game.
Okay.
I mean, bad game. Only lost by 3 points, 7, 10 points, whatever it was. But the game wasn't far off.
That don't matter. I use the same. I use the same grade and scale for everybody. The same way your boy from the Bills had a bad game last week, Lamar had a bad game this week.
Okay. Well, we're gonna move on into the game, the nightcap game, with Detroit and the 49ers. Now we riding back watching the game in the car, and Detroit seemed like they just kept scoring. I get home, I get situated, and they up before you know it, 27 or something. And then next thing you know, I'm looking up and they like, get over here, and they, you know what I mean? And Detroit is catching up to them. So what did y'all take from that game, man? What did y'all take from what happened actually? Who's to blame? And what happened?
So I'll take this one to start off. The game is about momentum. I mean, and decisions. I mean, I think the coach, he's been gutsy all year. I mean, really just finally came up, finally Roosters came home. I mean, he should, sometimes in playoffs, you got to take the points. Analytics say, hey, go for it on 4th down. Sometimes tie the game up. Don't make it complicated, man. I know you've been doing it all year, going for it on 4th down. But really, besides the going for it, the players just tightened up second half. It was a lot of drop passes, a lot of mistakes second half. It was a flawless first half. I mean, they played offense and defense well. I mean, obviously they had the big lead, but they just tightened up, man. They choked. They tightened up, and then the coaches made some questionable decisions, and a team that got hot. I mean, you couldn't stop them. I mean, really, I think they should have kicked the field goal, make a couple of chances, take the points, and then obviously you had some really, really tough plays where they just made mistakes. You got the fumble, the rookie, so they just made mistakes, man. It had a horrible second half. I was hoping that they would get the W. It would have been a different type of game, but take your hats off to the San Francisco. They gutted it out. I definitely. The whole team, second half, you should the bed, man. So,
yeah, I mean,
the whole team, not the whole team.
I'll say this. I mean, everyone knows that this quote, pressure busts pipes, and Detroit was about to go to Super Bowl, and the reality of that started setting in, and every bad play that happened just lowered their confidence that much, and it was strange to watch. It was strange to see, but they choked it away, man. Like it's what it boils down. They choked it away, and not because they choked because they had it in their hands, but Frisco wouldn't give up. I'm saying, like, they had a big lead, and Frisco did not give up, and they just chipped away the confidence. And then when it came out in the third quarter, you saw it from the first hit. Like, Frisco was ready to smack them in their face, and Detroit didn't smack back the whole third quarter. They finally settled down to me in the fourth quarter, but third quarter they got smacked around the entire third quarter.
Man, the Lions got what they deserve, man. I'm gonna keep it in with you.
I say what?
He said they got what they deserve.
They got what they deserve, man. Can y'all hear me?
We hear you.
Yeah.
The Lions got what they deserve, bro. You waving bye to the fans before the game is over, and hitting Debo with cheap shots and stuff like that, bro. That's karma right there, bro. You play professional. You play professional. You know, the whole 4 quarters. That's not what they did. They gave you a good first half and said, all right, we riding off in the sunset like it's not 4 quarters. And then you allowed the 49ers to do what they do best, which is the last 2 quarters, show y'all that, hey, this is what we made of. I mean, I said it before, Detroit Lions are pretenders. I got laughed at, but I mean, this is what pretenders do. They play one half of the game, and then they let somebody score 27 unanswered points. That's pretender mentality to me.
They were 2 quarters from Super Bowl. Yeah, I don't know how.
Yeah, I can't call them pretenders getting that far. Yeah. If they would have lost first round playoffs, yeah, they pretended, but they was a contender this year. I mean, they made some mistakes, but I wouldn't call them pretender.
Okay, there was a contender for up until the first half was over. Once they win the halftime, they start drinking and everything like that or something, because you just can't play 27 unanswered points.
Yeah, they start smarting themselves. I totally agree with that. But everything you're saying was a chance to get their bravado up and get their confidence up. All of that stuff before the game, that's a one-upmanship, and they're trying to get themselves together. And it worked the first half. They was confident. They was cocky. That's how you play football. They was doing it, and then third quarter they got smacked in the mouth, and then they hit back.
I disagree with the smack in the mouth part.
The third quarter?
In the foot.
I mean, they gave up.
I mean, he threw the Jared Goff threw the ball to Reynolds. He dropped it. Reynolds choked, not Goff, not the rest of them. The same 2 running backs was running over top of them. They just stopped running the ball. You got to blame it on the people that did it. For one, the coach should have took it out of their hand and kicked the 2 field goals when he had them. That changes all of that. You don't go for it on 4th down. Reynolds don't drop it. Now you're up 27-10. The whole game changed on that call right there. Then you give the man the opportunity. So okay, you messed up. Everything fell apart. Kick the field goal. We could tie the game up. He went for it again. So
yeah.
And then on this one, it was a worse play call. And then on that one, it was a worse play call.
Do you know what that shows though? That shows lack of confidence, because he knew they was losing confidence. They're trying to get the confidence back, man. Like if they hit those field goals and then they still lose, they were like, yo, you took your foot off the gas. You weren't trying to win. You was gambling all year. He was damned if you do, damned if you don't. It was a confidence builder that failed.
It's called situational football, bro.
That's not the way he coaches. He doesn't coach that way though. That's just what he's exactly type of coach, which you win by and you lose by it. And I'm
gonna say this.
He lost by this time.
I'm gonna say this. I was talking to J.O. earlier this week, and J.O. was like, yeah, it's like when certain coaches been there, they know what to do. You know what I mean? And it's just like what happened with Tampa Bay. He just messed up. You feel what I'm saying? And I just think, I don't know if the stage was too big or whatever, but he just looked like he was just hit in the face and didn't know how to recover. I don't know. He just started making all kind of mistakes, the coaching and stuff.
Nah, he rolled the dice. He paid the price.
Yeah, he paid it.
Sometimes the dice game you trap out.
Joey, you're not picking up. I don't know what's going on.
We can't hear you, Joey. And what's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
What's up?
Just to jump in, look here. I think Detroit showed, what they done, man. That young team, them waving by and all that. That's the youth and the inexperience coming all the way out. So, you got too confident, and then you allow, San Fran to do what they done. Whooped your hind parts.
Yep.
Okay.
Anybody
else got anything on that?
I just want to say, thanks to the Detroit Lions, Brock Purdy is going to have a hell of an ESPN 30 for 30 moment with this one when it's all said and done. Because this is what quarterbacks, when we talk about it years down the road, coming back 27 unanswered points, that I got to say it, that shows like a great team right there. And for Brock Purdy to be the quarterback out there, and I've been so, what's the word I'm looking for? I've been so despondent when it comes to Brock Purdy. I've been saying he's a fraud, he's this, he's that. And the Detroit Lions got me eating crow now, because at one point they was up by so many points and they shooting themselves in the foot, as AK has said. And now you got Brock Purdy coming out here, Christian McCaffrey and all these guys just banding together just to keep scoring again and again and again and again to win the game. It's like we didn't see that the first half. You know what I'm saying? That's not the Lions team that I saw the first half. That's not the 49ers team that I saw the first half. But the third and fourth quarter, they showed up, and now, boom, they in the Super Bowl. So, got to shout out to the Detroit Pretenders. They'll be back next year. It's a learning lesson. They'll be back next year.
Did y'all see what Richard Sherman said about Brock Purdy?
I did.
I didn't even see it.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
He said, so that's what you call a game manager? So Richard Sherman's calling Brock a game changer now because of that second half.
And Shannon said that
he made plays.
That's what Richard Sherman's saying. He said he made plays.
Shannon said he has to win it all, though.
I mean, he's still a game manager. I'm just saying it was appropriate.
Why would that be? Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying it was an appropriate topic based on the last discussion about Brock Purdy. I still feel the same way about him. He makes plays. He is who he is. He's a quarterback of the top-rated team. He gets put in a position to make plays. He did make some plays in the second half against Detroit. I still feel the same way about him. I don't think he's a world beater. I think he makes plays in the offense, and he's part of it. That's what I believe.
He's not a game manager.
We talked about last time. There are levels to game management. You have the elite and you have your basic. I mean, he's not a game manager. What would you call him? What would you call him?
Game managers is somebody that just ride off the running game and they throw the ball limited, bro. He has the whole playbook. You clearly sees that. That's not a game manager. I ain't saying he's a game changer, but they're not putting him out there to manage the game. They allow him to make plays to win the game.
Well, that's what he is saying. He's saying his levels to game manager, but a game changes like 3 or 4 people in the league, right?
Exactly. He's not elite, but he's right above. He's a high end game manager, I would say.
You don't got the man been in the league 2 years. We got 2 years worth of film on him. So how are we going to sit there and say what it is? But so far in his 2 years, he showed up. You know what I'm saying?
He's made plays. Yes,
I mean, two years as a starter. I've been at the NFC Championship game and the Super Bowl. What we doing?
No, you gotta give him his credit. You gotta give him his credit.
The guys before him did the same thing too. I mean, he ain't the first on 49ers to do that. Like, Garoppolo did the same thing, didn't he? Garoppolo started making
Garoppolo was in the league 4 years before he got over there. Man,
I'm just saying he's still like 39-5 or whatever with the 49ers. Like, he didn't lose hardly any games. But he also came from New England. He came from New England. He got to sit back with. He's a backup.
Did he even get in?
He's a backup. Hold on. Like,
he was a backup that Bill Belichick wanted to be the starter.
Did he get in though?
Well, you know who can make him a starter? The head coach. If Bill really wanted him as a starter, he'd have been a starter. That's just words.
You know what happened? Tom went upstairs. No, Tom went upstairs and told Robert to get him out of here. Told Robert to get him out of here.
Man, he ain't taking my job. I ain't giving it up yet.
I'm just saying that the quarterback of the 49ers of a good team wins games. Like it's Brock is the next in line in position that of a team that does well.
The game. What?
I'm not saying he's a Trent Dilfer game manager, but we had this discussion before where a game changes like 2 or 3 people. So I mean, Brock isn't those 2 or 3 people. So he has to be a game manager, right? Like,
so if he wins the Super Bowl, can we change it?
He's winning the MVP of Super Bowl because if they win the game, like, he can be the MVP. So, like, I don't just say at that point. Like,
oh, of course, yeah.
Okay, so we gonna get off of that and get right on into the Super Bowl. So we got Kansas City versus of course, the 49ers. Who do y'all have? The machine. I'm back on the machine, Kevin.
You never got off. You never got off. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna ride with the machine. I just don't want to see Kansas City win another championship, but they are playing that dude. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Mahomes is that guy. You know what I mean? But I just don't think they have enough to beat. My opinion, and I'm gonna let y'all have it. They don't have enough to beat that machine. I don't think Shanahan gonna walk away this time without a Super Bowl.
So I think we all got to stop doubting Mahomes, man. I mean, I've been doubting him the last couple of years. It's like dude make plays. He know how to win. So I'm definitely not doubting him. You know, look at last year. Come off that bum high ankle sprain. And again, you know, and come back to win a Super Bowl last year from that you know, you gotta give it to Kansas City. Their defense they're gonna stifle. I think Purdy gonna have another game like he did against Baltimore. That defense is gonna get them, man. I got KC dominating from the defensive side and making them plays on offense, man.
The problem with that is Debo and all them going to be healthy in 2 weeks. and 49ers and them are a much different team when they're healthy. Like Trent going to be healthy. They're going to be all drugged up. Like they're going to be on everything.
Come on, Cam. What you got?
I got Mahomes. The machine loses again.
Well, we gonna let me do this since we already did. Here we go.
D's dynamic picks of the week.
You already started now. You already started now.
Go ahead.
I know. Let's keep on rolling. Keep on going down the list. Go ahead, Jo. What you got?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you in here.
Yes.
Lifeblood, the lifeline, the lifeblood.
Been trying to talk to y'all all night. Y'all niggas can't hear me.
You fixed your ish.
Bang, bang, Niners gang. That's all I got to say today.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Makes sense.
That's all I got. That's all I got. That's what I got.
So, well, you ain't been on here yet, so I mean, why you think Niners gonna win? Go ahead, give me some explanation. You ain't said 2 words yet.
Because if I start breaking down the game, I might change my pick. I don't know. But no, I actually think I think the last Super Bowl they played, the
machine.
Yeah, I got to start talking earlier. The Chiefs had a serious offense, right? They had no defense, but I think Shanahan has enough in him with his weapons to get to score against that defense, score enough against that defense. And I love Mahomes. I think I know that dude is just ridiculous, but I just don't think he has the weapons to do it. I know that defense is short of some the ground game. They got weakness. I don't think Kansas City gonna do it against the ground game. So, I mean, do running the ball enough to take advantage of that. And I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be tough.
Right. It's
tough, but I think the 49ers are gonna pull it out this time. I think like you said, Debo, McCaffrey. I mean, them dudes are otherworldly.
They're hard to stop. Yes, they're hard to stop.
They're not
Ayuk stepping it now.
And then, like I said a couple weeks ago, the reason San Francisco go is because Brandon Ayuk put up real receiver stats. Like he's a real receiver. Like he put up number 1 receiver stats. That's another dude that you gotta worry about. And this is his breakout year. So they're just formidable, dog. They just, and then when you put that pressure on them, well, I know Kansas City gonna be all right, but I don't know, man. I think 49ers, they're a really good second half team too. We're gonna see, but
all right, Pastor. I'm tired of that shaking the head. I want to hear what you got to say, man.
We're gonna see though.
And that right there lies the problem. I just want to point something out real quick. The 2 playoff games and the games when they played a formidable opponent, as I was bringing this to BZL the other day. The last 4 times that happened, at halftime, the 49ers had 7 points or 6. They had 7 against Green Bay. They had 7 against Detroit. They had 6 when they played Baltimore. If that happens in Super Bowl, they are going to lose.
Yeah, I agree.
You're not gonna come back on Patrick Mahomes. He's not going to let you do it. But what I see happening is I do believe that defense will befuddle Purdy early like the other defenses did. And I believe Mahomes will capitalize and he'll just do enough to keep them away and get another chip.
See, that's what I'm scared of. I believe that too. But, I don't know. I've been riding with 49ers all year, man. So the machine, as they say.
I mean, I had to, man. I picked against them because I just can't pick against Mahomes right now.
Exactly.
He shut me up too many times.
He can't get everything.
I know.
But that's my dog, though. He's my dog. Ever since I saw his father, Mahomes' father, like that's my man's now.
He wild, ain't he?
Man, he be lunching, man.
He wild.
The
Man.
whole city be lunching.
He do.
I'm out here smoking on that Lamar Jackson. Come on, man. Stop that, man. Stop, man.
Since I seen it with with Marshawn Lynch, dog, we good. We all good.
Yeah.
Oh, you funny, huh? Go ahead, Sean. What you got, man?
Man, you already know I've been rocking with him this whole time. Bang, bang, Niner gang. I think they're going game plan, fellas, even though I'm not taking nothing away from KC. But I really think this time Shanahan definitely will game plan for them. Because last time they sent them home packing. Like, nah. This time, and to add on to what you said, Joey, it's not just Ayuk and Debo and McCaffrey. You still got Jennings and Kittles. You do have to game plan to stop them, because if you double team Kittles, then that leaves Ayuk open. If you double team Ayuk, you still got Debo, and not for nothing, McCaffrey is having a good year.
The problem I see with that, you look back at that Baltimore game. When the pressure came against Baltimore game against Purdy in a big game against a good defense,
right?
He withered. So go ahead, Jeremy. Let's see what you got.
Okay, but let me just finish up. Understanding that this is quote unquote a good defense. If they had to play Baltimore again, it probably would be a different game. So that's what I'm saying. Shanahan will game plan for this one. Shake your head, do whatever, but we're gonna see. Bang, bang, let's go.
gang.
I ain't betting against Mahomes. I'm taking Mahomes.
Well, defensively,
I think San Francisco defense is not really that good to me, and they play good against lesser opponents. Look at the opponents. Look at when they played a good opponent. They was getting numbers put up on.
Everybody less opponent.
I like the.
How many sacks Chase Young got?
Come on, man, that's wrong. Use Bosa. Use Bosa. Don't do Chase.
No, Bosa nice. I think do Chase all in all, I think Pat can take the defense out. If San Francisco stays in it by feeding McCaffrey and keeping Mahomes off the field, they don't keep Mahomes off the field, they don't stand a chance.
Well, they gonna feed McCaffrey, especially since KC got a bad run defense. They're gonna feed McCaffrey. Yeah. You don't think Shanahan gonna get that boy 25 times?
Yeah, he has to.
KC did lose one of their players to the ACL injury, so that's gonna be tough. The dude who strip sacked Lamar.
I told you.
The guy who strip sacked Lamar.
Yeah, the DN.
Yeah, the DN. Yeah,
he said, I
can't remember his name.
My man Troy said, Kittle said 4 years ago he's coming back and he's hungry. Kittle is a beast.
Zeus.
Yes.
Finish it up, Zeus.
Hey man, I'm gonna just say this. Your boy Pat about to enter that GOAT talk after this one. He already won 2. He about to win a 3rd one in 7 seasons, and he not slowing down. I mean, shout out to Brock Purdy and them boys for being the sacrificial lamb. Shout out to San Francisco for being the sacrificial lamb again. It is what it is. When Taylor Swift was on the market looking for, who she was looking for, she knew that Patrick Mahomes was going to make Travis Kelce look like the greatest thing since sliced bread. So that's why she picked him. It had nothing to do with Travis Kelce. In fact, Pat Mahomes was the one that set them 2 up. That's a great quarterback right there. And he's going to do what he needs to do to, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 6 amazing plays. He's doing it, man. So, shout out to Brock Purdy for getting this far. He coming in 2nd place. You know what I'm saying? But it's Kansas City 37-20. It's all good.
You saying he passed her? He passed.
Oh yeah, yeah. Travis Kelce even said it.
My man threw him Taylor Swift.
Pat Mahomes passed Taylor Swift to Travis Kelce.
Listen. So if he pull this off, I want to just say this real quick. If he pulls this off, right, with this roster,
I know, right?
With this roster,
yeah, exactly, yeah.
With the touchdown pass that he threw to Kelce with Taylor Swift, with the Swifties in the building,
yeah.
I don't want to get into the GOAT talk, but
he's goated. He's goated.
Listen. There's listen.
He's coming. Yes.
Look. This man is enshrined after 6 years.
I mean, it's straight AFC championship games. You're like
witnessing greatness, man.
He's already solidified himself right now.
Fellas, he's still young.
There's no quarterback in the league right now.
Hey, Zeus, hold on. I can't wait. What did you say again?
I said right now, there's no quarterback coming close to Pat Mahomes right now in the NFL. Even my quarterback is 3 steps below him, and then everybody else follows. Like Pat Mahomes is in his own stratosphere. He's in his own world. And the sad reality is he's not losing a step. You know what I'm saying? He's not lost anything. Like, if anything, we might be seeing him into his prime. We might see him into his golden years.
So question: Does he need to get 8 rings to actually be the GOAT? Obviously, we know Brady's GOAT. Does he need to get 8 rings, or how many rings does he need to get?
As fast as he's getting them,
right?
As long as he keeps the trajectory that he's going, I think he'll pass Tom Brady well before it's his time to go.
How long he been in the league? 6 years, right?
7 years. 7 years. This is 7th year.
But he only started for 6.
6. So he made 6 AFC championship games, right?
Yeah.
4 Super Bowls, right? Mm-hmm. And this is the 4th one, and it'll be the 3rd if he win it.
Yeah.
Because I think who he lost to? He lost to Tampa.
Tom.
Tampa Brady. He lost to Brady.
Only because he had no line in that game.
And he made hella 5 plays in that Super Bowl.
Exactly. He had no line. He had no his life.
They played Ole. They all had red capes. They was all playing Ole. Yeah. I can't disagree with nobody in the GOAT. I can't. He's already in the conversation. It's only 1 and 2. It's only 2 people in that conversation. If he wins this job, it's only 2 people in that conversation. And after he win another couple, there's only going to be 1 person in that conversation. So
it's funny, but Brady always going to have the Super Bowl over him though. Like that's what irritates me. Because I hate Brady. But Brady always gonna have that one-on-one matchup, not one-on-one matchup, but that team matchup. D1, I hate that.
I mean, Mahomes was in his 2nd year, something like that, or whatever.
I know it don't matter. It's like Floyd Mayweather beating some young buck. You know what I'm saying? Like
he did lose. He did lose to Brady in the Super Bowl. Brady went to Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
He did lose to him.
He did exactly.
Yeah, he got
lost on the AFC Championship game and the Super Bowl. He got 2 L's this time. But again, one was his 1st year, the other was his 2nd year, 3rd year. I mean,
ain't that crazy? That's insane.
Right. He gonna raise
pass
that
the torch.
Just
pass the torch.
Ain't nobody gonna remember that in a couple years. Nobody remember that.
No one they
But again, with this roster, with Valdez Scantling as your number 1.
I know.
Last year he won it with Juju Smith-Schuster as his number 1. Leave this man alone. Y'all better hope they don't go. Y'all better hope his GM don't be like, you know what? Let's get him some more weapons.
He could have had Terry McLaurin if he spoke up.
You know what happened? D-Hop took a pay cut and went out that joint.
We got rid of the cheater. You said if he had the cheater right now, they'd be cheating.
Yeah, that would.
Hey, I hate to say it, but we got Pat for the next couple years. He's just gonna be running the AFC. My quarterback will be in 2nd place, but nobody remembers 2nd place.
Y'all better hope the cheater don't go back.
It is what it is, man. So that's just what it is. The Swifties, the Taylor Swift crew, and all that, they're gonna make sure that that they forget about Tom Brady real soon. It's gonna be too much Pat talk. There's gonna be way too much Pat talk.
Can I do a quick lowdown real quick?
Go ahead.
Let's finish it up.
Tyreek Hill, you are the Bama of the week. You told us that Tua Tagovailoa was a better passer than Patrick Mahomes. You must have been on duck sauce and apple juice when you said that. All right.
Well, I'm gonna say, man,
you know something a lot stronger than duck sauce and apple juice.
Now I'm gonna say this: Pat Mahomes is right now. He's from another planet, man. I swear he an alien. You know what I mean? But it's gonna be hard. I know y'all settle down. I know he doing his thing, but that AFC gonna be tight. You see what I'm saying? I see Joey Burrow getting healthy. He gonna be in that conversation, and I see that little young boy down there in Houston. He gonna be in that conversation. So it's gonna be hard. But I mean, you can't take nothing away from Pat Mahomes. He doing it with nobody. I mean, just a few weeks ago, everybody was complaining about where is Kelsey, and he still done found his way into the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. When Kelsey retires, That's gonna be the next question. That's gonna be the answer right there. If when he retires, how's the game gonna change then? Go ahead, coach.
Hey, Bezel, how many times Pat had a bad team in the 7 years of playing? How many times he had a bad team?
I don't think he's had a bad.
The
last
two, right? So, do you? Yeah. I mean, if you foresee,
what are you saying? Bad team? I don't think he's had a bad team.
That's how good he is. You don't even you can't even see that this is like one of the worst teams he's had. That's how good the motherfucker is.
I mean, that defense is arguably, like you said, it's the best defense he's played with. He's ever had, and they bail him out. You know what I mean? That defense is pretty good.
Pat has looked so good these last couple of years that we don't even think that like this team isn't even one of his best teams. If they revamp this over the summer and really get him some pieces, bro.
Oh yeah,
I don't give a damn about CJ Stroud. I don't give a damn about Joe Burrow. I damn sure don't give a damn about Josh Allen. I don't give a damn about none of them boys. They're all coming in 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th place. It's
I don't know, brother. I don't know. I mean,
until Kelsey retires.
Till Kelsey and Chris Jones also is a key for that defense. He's also like 36 years old. He's old too, but they got to replace Kelsey and Chris Jones in the next like year, or year and a half. But then they'll find some young.
They'll find somebody. Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want to go play with Pat? You know,
shit, Chase Young might go there and be a beast.
Oh, Chase.
Y'all gonna stop with Chase though.
I'm sorry. I gotta do it every now and then.
I shouldn't have brought it up.
We gonna get out of this football, and we got some news, man. We gonna take it to the fist and the gloves. Yeah. So I was looking at Twitter, man, and I'm glad I got my boy AKA on here because he has a boxing podcast, a sports podcast, but he has boxing segment. That's what he specializes in. Shakur Stevenson. I'm gonna do this for Omar.
Bullshit or real shit?
Okay, so Shakur Stevenson announced his retirement today. Was it today or yesterday? But he said he's done with it. He said he's gonna be in the gym still. He gonna be there for the young boys. He just can't mess with this game right now, with this boxing game right now. So he retired. So I was gonna pull it up for y'all, but yeah. So basically, do y'all believe that, or why? What is going on? Anybody can y'all tell me what's going on with?
Let me just go first by saying I really didn't pay no attention. I didn't know that he said that. And what the hell?
And what the hell?
Yeah,
he quit.
He quit.
He ain't quit. I mean,
nah.
He quit. He said, "I'm officially retiring from the sport of boxing. I'll be in the gym forever, perfecting my craft and helping the next generation become great and chase their dreams. But I can't F with this week boxing game." I mean, it's on all platforms. It's everywhere. So, I mean, what is he so frustrated about? Can y'all break that down for the people that don't know? And is he justified?
I'm gonna let Apostle and Zeus talk about this because
he feel like he ain't getting a plate, bro. He been calling Navarrete out. He wanted to fight Navarrete. The WBC come out and say Navarrete done got another fight. They fighting for is multiple belts on the line, or it's implied that multiple belts is on the line. And all Shakur saying is, "Hey man, this could have been me right here. I'm supposed to be running 135." You know what I'm saying? So I get his frustration. I think he took it out the worst way possible. He's not retiring, bro. He gonna calm down next week and he gonna get back talking with somebody. You know, but I'm gonna pass it over to AK. Let him do his thing because I smell bullshit.
That's definitely bullshit.
Yeah, me too.
All right, let's do this. Let's peel the layers back. All right, one, we all know the retirement is not legit. There's nowhere in the world somebody that went through what he went through and aspired to be what he wanted to be is going to quit this easy. Now, his frustration, some of it is justified, some of it ain't. What's justified is this: he's in line for a lot of fights, and everybody's saying no or getting better or getting different opportunities. He wanted Cambosis. He said no. He wanted Loma. They said no, they're fighting each other. He wanted Frank Martin. Frank Martin said, "Nah, the bag ain't right. I'm going somewhere else." So then he put his eyes on Navarrete. Navarrete said, "This is it." Then the WBO comes in and said, "Nah, We're gonna let Navarrete fight for the WBO mandatory. For he getting another shot. So he's like, oh God, I can't fight nobody. And then you're coming off a performance that everybody is shredding them for because we're like, you put us to sleep the last time you fought. So here's the situation, what he got to do. He has to find somebody with a name that's going to come forward and engage, and he's got to shot him up and get everybody back on the flame again. That's going to take a little bit of work because you probably going to have to take a pay cut because whoever that fight is probably going to want a little bit more change because they know you need them. See, you need me to bring my or bring my whatever to you to make this fight happen. So you're gonna cost me some change. But the whole social media, I'm quitting and retiring, knock that off. We ain't got time for that. But he'll be back. He'll be back in about 2 months. We'll find out who his opponent is, and hopefully he'll put on a good show. So because the kid is I'm
saying, but who can it be though? Like who? Everyone you listed that's top that's under the name has something lined up. So like. Who can he actually fight to make that showcase? The showcase. You know what I'm saying?
Like, does he need to move weights? He move up a little bit, move down, or you gotta stay the same weight?
He stay exactly where he at. He needs to stay exactly where he at. Because moving too fast, going to 140, you need to when you go to each weight class, right? You gotta let your body mature. And it's a shark tank at 140. So you go up there and you get in there with the wrong 140 pounder. Even if you might win, they might put a little bit of damage on you. You wasn't ready to take this yet. Yep. So stay where you at. Give Frank Martin a better offer. Give Frank a better offer. Let that happen so he can come outside. And you can see what happens. Or it's a guy named William Cepeda.
That's what I'm about to say, bro. William right there. He got
William Cepeda. If William Cepeda win his next fight, let's get it together. It's a fan-friendly fight. It's a guy whose style you can easily exploit. So that might be the move to make. But right now, you got to make concessions.
I'll give you one more free bailout since we're talking about throw a couple extra dollars in there for this other person. You got Raymond Muratalla right there. He's ranked number 7 right there at 135.
That ain't gonna do it.
I'm just saying, you just said out your mouth, he need to find somebody real quick, somebody that's he got to really do his thing against. You got to do right there sitting at number 7 in the same weight class as you, the same division as you. Let him do that. Let him do. If it's not Cepeda, you got to get Raymond in there. That's what you got to do and stay busy.
We know who Cepeda is. We know who the better. When you say the dude you just said Raymond, who? But they go, who? He fighting who? They not going for that. They'll let you live with Cepeda. You reaching with Cepeda. You overextending it now.
Well, you can't wait for everybody else to be done with their fights. So you got to stay busy.
Yourself. You did this.
Can he go down?
No.
Can he go down?
No, because he's running away from his legacy, his destiny, which is going up. He keep going up.
That's what I'm saying. You usually go up. You don't go down too often. Yeah.
There's a guy at 140. There's a guy at 140 waiting for him.
At the end of the day, what do you mean now? Hold on. What do you mean he's not gonna fight Cepeda? What you saying?
Why wouldn't he fight Cepeda? That's the
let the man speak his claim. Well, let's see why he said it first. But again, he got to find somebody with a name. He got to find somebody with a name that he can get in the ring with. You got to get some bump. You got to get some bump within the next couple months. But what I'm saying is to speak to the whole thing. He's not retiring. He'll be in the ring with somebody in the next couple months.
Okay, so we're gonna put a nail in that one, and we're gonna move on.
Real quick, hey Jeremy, you back okay, man? You lean over a bit.
I'm good. I'm good.
You need some support, man. You know a chair with your back, man.
Yeah, I need a whole little setup. I'm sitting here. I did this in like 2 minutes. Yeah,
your back hurting. I can see it in your face, man.
Okay, so listen, we gonna move on to your boy. He in the news again. This Sean's boy. Draymond Green, he talking about he upset he was snubbed from the USA team, and people had comments on it. So do y'all feel a certain way? He was like, if I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough. But what do y'all feel about that? Him being
I mean, do Team USA need somebody that's gonna give them a triple single?
Exactly.
What are we missing here?
And leadership. Come on, man.
I'm gonna go against the grain on this one. I think he should have at least had the opportunity to try out. Like where he's at in his career right now, if he felt like he deserves a shot on the USA team and what he's done in the NBA with all his accolades, you give him a chance to beat somebody out. Now, I don't think he's beating anybody out of their spot, but at least give him the chance to go over there and say he tried. And because if he said that he got snubbed, guess what? He didn't even get a chance to try out. So technically, he's right within his own volition to say that.
But that's him. Right, that's him. That's not nobody else. That's
Right. But
personal thing.
No, I feel what you're saying, but I'm just saying for him to say, "Yo, I got snubbed. Look at all I've done for the NBA. Look at where I'm at, my accolades." Let him go over there and try out, and then when he don't make it, then let him say, "All right, I just wasn't good enough." I'd rather him say, "Yeah, I just got beat out by 15 other guys," than to not even have had a shot. They picked 40 dudes to try out. He could have been one of them 40 and lost the spot, and then came back and been like, "All right, bet I wasn't good enough."
So you really serious to say that you would give Draymond a shot?
With everything that he's done, and first of all, it's 25 dudes not making it.
You would give him a shot, right?
I would give him a shot because it's 25 other dudes that's not making it on that team. He'll be one of them, bro.
Understood.
Well, has he tried out before?
No. That he was on the team before.
I mean, how much did he contribute? I mean,
he didn't contribute, but he didn't contribute. But at the same time, it's like for somebody of that magnitude, and what I mean by that magnitude, he has all these trophies, he has all these accolades. Just let the boy try.
What accolades? No. He got trophies. What accolades?
What you mean?
He got Steph's rings. He got Steph's rings.
He holds Steph's rings. He got defense player of the year. Then he's
been polishing Steph's rings for I don't know how many years, bro. Like, come on, that accounts for something.
But I think the NBA and the USA they tired of antics, man. They done with your man.
And with the recent ones too.
They done.
Saying, man, the Bama he's a social media star.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
I don't even.
He better on social media and podcasting and wrestling than he is basketball. Zip him up. Get him out of here, man.
Zip him up. That's crazy.
Couple more years.
That's crazy.
Because once he go to state, where is he actually going to go?
He's done. He's done. This is his like ride out in the sunset moment. It would have been cool if he could have tried out and if he could have made the team. Right? He could have been the Udonis Haslem of the gold team or whatever. Like it's cool. He could have sat on the bench, gave everybody waters and towels.
Udonis is a great leader, though. I mean, he's a rah-rah. Drain
was there, went there, been there forever. Hey, I'm gonna play this video Kevin Joey was trying to get me real quick. We're gonna segue back into the other topic, but let's see if we could get this going.
That's when I really started playing quarterback until now, which is I think 6 years. You've only been playing quarterback 6 years? Well, I started playing my junior year of high school. I was playing safety. I was playing safety, a little bit of quarterback, yeah. So I literally I didn't understand how to read defenses until like halfway through last year. I understood coverages, but how to be able to pick up little tendencies defenses do, stuff that Brady and them have done they know it and they just do it. Second nature. I was just playing. And stuff was just the brain. And then this year I could actually recognize more and more stuff. And I think the more experience and the more I learn, then I'll be able to go out there and call plays and do that different stuff because I've seen it, and I still think there's a long way for me to go there, and that's where mentally I think I can get better. Physically, I feel like I've done a lot of stuff. I always work on the fundamentals and doing that stuff, but I think mentally I can still take my game to a whole nother level.
Wow. So I asked him to play that because that was after his second Super Bowl.
I was wondering how old that was.
Yeah, that was old. Yes. So I was trying to lay the groundwork like. The kid made the Super Bowl and he didn't think he was that good. You know what I'm saying? Like it's amazing, to be honest. Like it's
at that point he only been playing for 6 years. Like that's crazy. Yeah. That doesn't even make any sense.
And did you hear what he said? Learning the tendencies. So each year he's gonna get these nuances and keep reading different packages of defenses and be able to do the things like how I guess you want to say Peyton Manning, how he changed the game at the line. Like that shit is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, it is crazy because that was like I said, he didn't even know how to read defenses
and made a Super Bowl
before he won his first Super Bowl. Like what? Like that thing was out there like that. I got y'all niggas down. And he just started throwing shit. Like what the fuck? Like that's crazy.
You can't
tell me that. I actually saw that joke, that shot, that episode. I wasn't calling him joke, but I forgot about that shit. Like that's crazy to me though. Like it don't even make no sense.
Yeah, but flipping back, man. Look here, Draymond. He needs to just go get, like y'all said earlier, man, go deal with your podcast, get your mental health right, and ride off in the sunset. Golden State already talking about getting rid of you. Like, come on, man. Stop being a nuisance. Either you gonna play, ride out, or just go home.
I agree. But I also agree a little bit with Zeus, because he said, was I not good enough? Let the man find out he's not good enough. We all know he ain't good enough.
We ain't got time for that, man. We ain't got time for that.
Why not?
He might tackle somebody. He might choke somebody, man. We ain't got time for this, man.
Why we ain't got time for it? 40 dudes out there, Joe. We got
and
time.
USA trying to really get a goal, because last time when they got bronze.
Yeah, can't trust you overseas, man.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't going to make it overseas. He probably would have made it on the first day. But what I'm saying is, let him find that out. Let him know that he didn't have the skills to make the team. We got time. 40 dudes. We got time.
Honestly, stop.
Because I guarantee you the 40th dude. I guarantee you the 40th dude is probably either the same skill set or the same dude as Draymond.
The 20 years young.
On the show. He's younger. I guarantee you that.
Probably is not a risk. Not a risk. You want him to represent the country, see him over there. Oh my God!
Remember, you represent the United States. You know what I'm saying? It's not just
man.
You want somebody
World War III. But y'all acting like he had a chance to make the team. Draymond had never had a chance to make it out the out Chicago gym or wherever he trying out at, dog. He probably have stepped out the bathroom. They probably was like this. You know what, Dre? We don't even need you no more. But let him hear that shit for himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, let him hear that shit for himself. People, kids hit the stove. They touch the stove. They don't know it's hot until they feel that it's hot, right? Let that nigga know. He ain't good enough. He's not good enough.
Zip him up. Get him out of here.
Go to the water fountain. It's a water fountain over there. You can get some water. Go. That's it.
Hey, listen, best case scenario, he don't make the team. Worst case scenario, he gives you 20 a night overseas.
No, you won't.
What?
He won't. He gets 20 turnovers. 20 turnovers, what? 20 punches, 20 leg locks. What are you talking about here, yo?
Hey, look, the very worst case scenario is he balls out overseas. That's the worst case scenario. Then he gonna try to revitalize his NBA career. Like, let that man ride off in the sunset. He good. Let him do his farewell tour.
Hey, he right. This could have been his ride. This could have been his ride. He could be like, damn, I can't even make the song. Let me go ahead and go.
Hey, J.O., you know what I'm waiting for, J.O.? I'm just waiting for one of the young guys to tell him the way he told Paul Pierce, we don't love you like Kobe. I'm just waiting for him to get his just desserts. That's it. Once that happens, his farewell tour is complete. Like Draymond.
Paul Pierce deserved it though. F that dude.
And Draymond don't deserve it.
True.
I mean, it's fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Somebody walk to Draymond gonna be like this, Doug. I don't even. My kid laughs at you now. Like you need to go home.
Okay, so we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on, fellas, to the next topic. We got 2 left, and these probably could have been a whole show, but we're gonna move through them. I got a call the other day, and my boy, he said, man, he out in Texas. He's a basketball coach, and he actually got to fighting. And I was like, dude, who you get to fighting with? He got to fighting with parent at the game, a parent of one of overbearing parent. So as fathers, uncles, people that have coached and have some sports inkling. Let me ask you this: overbearing parents versus the coaches. You as a coach, if you find an overbearing parent, how do you handle an overbearing parent?
Tell them to shut the fuck up and sit down. No.
You do it one of 2 ways. You kindly explain to them that this is your program, that you signed your kid up to my program, and we're gonna do things my way. Or you kindly just remind them, bro, you're not overseas no more. You're not averaging 1.7 points for Yugoslavia no more, bro. Like you're not him. This is your daughter or your son's chance to shine. And right now you're living vicariously through them. How do you think that makes the kid feel? Let that kid go out there, play under the tutelage of the coach. And if you feel like you're a better coach, then you go sign up for the Amateurs Athletics Association, get your coaching card, you make a team, and then you go and see how hard it is to coach 14 other kids whose parent played college somewhere and averaged 2 points a game, or played overseas somewhere and think they know more than the coach.
That last part is the one. That's the one. That part right there. If you think you know better, go do better.
Go do it yourself.
And take your son with you or your daughter. That's it. Well, because I've had that issue, with football. I've had that issue, we and Pop Warner and AYF and all them Jones, you got 10 players, right? And I think biggest issue is that no parent, not one damn parent out there thinks that their kid is a 10 player. When in actuality, if you got 20 some kids on there, probably all of them, but in actuality, 10 to 12 are not 10 players. You know what I'm saying? So the rest of them have to get in. You got to put them in. You got to sprinkle them in. You got to put them at certain places or whatever. And so one time I had a scrimmage. It was just a scrimmage. 10 here, 10 there, 10 there, 10 there. You know how to go. Put the kid in for a whole series. A whole 10 plays. Father came to me on Blacktop and said, my son only played like 5 plays. Doubt it. We got my man over here taking plays, and I had like 6 coaches doing it. Nah, man, we listen, if you feel that way, I apologize. We're going to put him in the next time. The next time we put him in, he played defensive tackle. He ran the other way. You want him in for more plays?
I got a similar story, Joey. Like same when I was coaching, 8U and 10U. There's always a couple kids that you try to get them in, and on more than one occasion, this guy would run through the line, look at the guy holding the ball, and not tackle him. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, in practice, we do this. I mean, and the kids need a playing time, so it's not about downing the kids. But as far as talking to the parents, like my man said on the chat, you don't talk to them. But what Zeus and Joey are saying, like sometimes you have to because they cross that line, but you can't really talk to them. You can't engage them. If that parent want to coach, then he can go coach. Is that simple? Because you're a volunteer. You're there doing it out of your heart because you like football. You know the kids. If some parent is that bad, they can go.
Sometimes it's just that simple, though. Sometimes it's just that simple. Like it has to be because if you're not that simple, you could lose your shit out there. Like seriously, because like you said, like we go out there and we do it because of the love of what we have, the love of us and the kids. We want to help the kids, but we've worked 8 hours. We've come out here hungry. I still have to eat dinner. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still here. So sometimes it's just as simple as, hey, man, you want to do it? You think you can do better? Go ahead, sign up. Take him with you, and then go do better. I don't know. I've been trying to game plan. I get home, I'm trying to game plan, eat, and figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do tomorrow for work. Like what's the next day? And that's what I'm trying to do.
How do you tell a parent their kids suck? How do you tell a parent?
This how you do it. You let the game speak for itself.
Yeah, they can speak. They can
see the flaws. Speak for itself.
You tape it. You try to tape it, and you just like when the kid ran away. My assistant coach, he was helping me. Tony, he was young. So I fashioned Tony with just watching the game on the sideline. Tony said, as soon as that kid got in, we put him at defensive tackle. First of all, he thought he was going to be a running back. He was probably one of the biggest kids on the team. Okay, fine. We tried him at running back a long time ago, but he said, I can't remember the kid's name. But as soon as he said, he called him out loud, real loud. And said, why are you running away from the ball? His father was right behind us. He did it on purpose. Exactly. He did it on purpose. So he can, because we know the parents who the kid going, they watching them. But we want to make sure, even if you turn your head for a minute, you watching them. And that's basically, after that, I had no problem with that parent again.
But you know what? I will say about those parents, if you package it the right way and you show them, hey, your kid needs more work than you thought, some of those parents do turn it around and say, you know what? We're going to come to practice 30 minutes early. We're going to show up to all the practices. We're going to do extra things at home. What drills do we need to work on at home? And then middle of the season or towards the end of the season, that player that was riding the bench is actually getting some serviceable minutes because they've turned it around. So sometimes overbearing parents want to live vicariously through their kid. And if you can peep that, you can use that against them as your advantage to say, hey, you want your kid to get more time? These are the things that they need to work on. And when they come in here, they need to show every single coach in here and everyone in the organization they deserve to be man number 6 instead of man number 13.
Yeah. But that's fantastic. But, you know, that's the purpose of youth sports, like what you just listed. You know what I'm saying? It's about showing that you got to work hard to get to a certain thing. And a lot of parents and a lot of kids don't understand that, you know?
I'll say this, though. Out of all my years of coaching and being in the basketball circuit, AAU, as of now, has totally ruined the sport of basketball. Me growing up, I had way more practices than I had games. Now these kids got way more games than they got practice. Yeah. They go Saturday, they got 4 games. Friday, they got 2 games. Sunday, they got 1 game. They practice every other Thursday. So you got kids out there, instead of them honing their skills, they doing the same one-trick pony plays. If you notice, these kids, hoop tapes and highlight tapes be the same thing over and over and over again. Meanwhile, you got kids overseas. They practicing 6-7 times, and they only play once a week. Why you think Luka's so good? Why you think Jokic's so good? Why you think any of them guys that come from overseas, they're fundamentally sound, whereas our guys are coming out of college after 1 year being in the AAU system, they're one-trick ponies learning how to be basketball players on the fly. That's what it is.
Facts.
Yeah, that's definitely what it is.
Well, you do have the. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Derek.
No, I'm saying these days, obviously you got the AAU, but you also got a lot of kids doing the private coaches too. So I mean, it's a lot more private coaches, one-on-one coaches that outside of the that more I think from back in the day. So I mean, the game has changed that way.
But think about this, Derek. I didn't mean to cut you off, but think about this: like you got a private coach, but how much time can he put in? Because he ain't making his money just off of you. You know what I'm saying? Like he got he private. Plus, like Zeus says, they got so many games, like. And then you probably only see the private coach maybe once or twice a week other than practice. It's still not enough time. But I get what you're saying. Like, if we had it, it would be more beneficial because we have practice and we have, plus, stuff go all year round, too. So you still don't, you go all year, you know what I'm saying? Like, that stuff goes all year round. So you still don't have that other time. Like, I'm going to tell you now, when we was growing up, if Kevin and I had a chance to really like hone skills in the all season like they do now for football, like
we've been a lot better, man.
I mean, seriously,
also I'll say this about the private coaches, and I'm gonna shut it down. These private coaches are working on stuff that half the stuff you don't even do in the game. We talking about hezzy tween cross, James Harden step back from the half court line. Why are we doing and I've walked in these practices with these private coaches that do these 90-minute sessions or 120-minute sessions. They're not working on anything fundamentally sound. You're wasting money with a lot of these private coaches. You're wasting a lot of money with these summer camps and stuff like that, where all you've got is just them kids out there just playing each other all day until they tired. So we got to get back to really coaching, man. I'm just speaking from a basketball perspective. I can't speak on football.
You know what's funny?
The same.
You know what's funny, Zeus? As I've seen,
I've
seen a lot of girls that are younger use their left hand a lot more than boys do. They use they use their skills as a younger group a lot more than boys do. And I don't know if that's because, like you said, private coaches are teaching these boys something different, and they teaching the girls mainly fundamentals, using both hands, getting to the rim with both hands, doing all this stuff. And then, because I know some girls work on their handle on their own and do their thing, but I think when they get into when they private coaches, they want to work more on their actual fundamental skills.
Well, from experience, I'll say this. When you go from coaching boys to girls, you see the physicality is a whole lot different. The athleticism is different. Where you're used to a couple 14, 15-year-olds that got the craziest first step and they can dunk, or like I'm talking about jumping out the gym. Then you get these 15-year-old girls who could barely scrape the rim. You say, okay, let's work on your fundamentals. Let's get all of your possible scoring tactics that you can, because you're not dunking on nobody. You're not blowing past somebody. So that's when you get them to back to the basket, working on different things, post move and stuff like that. And I think that's why the girls come out more fundamentally sound as opposed to boys by the team of 16 or 17.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I definitely agree with that.
Are women better shooters?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah,
100%. Women are better shooters because the fundamental. So from a woman's perspective, because of their body composition, they understand that their bread and butter is going to be from scoring outside or mid-range or whatever the case may be, because they know once they get in the paint, you could get hit up here in the chest, whatever the case. They're not really trying to do all that. I'm just going to keep it a bean with you. So what they do is they practice shooting. Them coming off the pick and pop, them coming off a pin down, whatever the case may be, they're ready to let that thing fly because that's what they work on. That's why when you see the shorties, that you take on a date and take them to Dave & Buster's and they tell you, I used to play for such and such. I played for Spengon. I played for blah, blah, blah. And then you like, yeah, whatever. And they draining everything. That's all they worked on.
Right.
And y'all see that in a 3-point contest, the chick going facing off Steph Curry, she may beat him,
Yeah, exactly.
She might beat him. Like, it won't be a shock. Like she could shoot.
Because it's not a Steph, and that's another thing. They work on shots, just catch and shoot, or what I'm saying, like you said, coming off pick and pop. They work on shot where they catch it and they shoot it, or they cut off, or they waiting for the jump. Steph is running around, dribbling, doing all kinds of step backs and crazy stuff. He got to get that joint out the bed and shoot it. And that's crazy enough. Crazy as it seems, like sometimes the more you concentrate, the less likely you are to hit the jump.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you see wide open dudes sitting there like this, okay. And then shoot, you be like, man, you had enough time. Yeah, that's the problem. And you got to sit there with it. But she been doing that in the gym for what? Probably since yesterday. She probably did it yesterday. You know what I mean? Like that's what she worked on. That's what she worked on.
We got to
change it up. Yep.
Yeah, we got to end this. We're going to put a nail in that and get to the last one. And sorry, I typed it wrong. I was in my in the doctor's office at the time. But basically, I was saying what championship team out of these 4 teams that I just came up with. I know it could have been another team or so, but I came up with these teams. Out of these 4 teams, which team could play with the NBA teams of today? The 95-96 Bulls, the 2001 Lakers, the 2006 Heat, or the 2012 Heat. Which one of those teams could play and possibly win a championship out of all those teams?
Real quick. So if y'all didn't look at it, I'm gonna give you the starting lineups for each team, just so y'all can remember. So the Bulls was Ron.
I just checked the startings, but go ahead.
I got you. So Bulls was Ron Harper, Jordan, Pippen, Rodman, and Luke Longley. For the Lakers, 01 was Derek Fisher, Kobe, Rick Fox, Samaki Walker, and Shaq. For the first Heat team was Jay Will, White Chocolate, Wade, Posey, Haslam, and Shaq. And of course, the Heat from 2012. It was the Bron and Bosh and all them. So that's clearly Bosh and them, Bron and them can play in today's league. Clearly. But so I think it boils down to the other 3. And I'm gonna let y'all talk first. I just want to hear the starting lineups.
Well, let me ask this: are we just taking them in a time machine and say, "Whoop," just dropping them into 2024? Like, is that what we're doing? Because if that's the case, the only team that's going to win is the 2012 Heat. You know what I'm saying? These other teams are playing to their respective generations. I've always said that I thought the 95-96 Bulls would have a chance. I've always said that. I've said, but it would have to be, either them playing by 90s ball, or they'd have to have the mentality of a 2024 player with all of their skills that they had back then. Now, if we're giving them 2024 attributes with that team, oh yeah, most definitely 95-96 Bulls can do it. But if we just picking them up from 1995 and just throwing them out here, I think it's going to be a difficult for them to adjust.
It's also the rule set too.
The
rules too. Which rules are we playing by?
Are we keeping 24 rules or those rules back then? Because if we're playing by 24 rules, then the game changes differently. They
exactly.
Oh yeah,
definitely can, especially with that triangle offense, how they are dominated with it. And teams nowadays, they use it as, a go-to.
Now, I think that first Heat team, I mean, you caught some of them guys in their later times, like Gary Payton, but you had the first, second, and third draft of that draft with Shaq. You had Alonzo, Shaq, and Leitner on that team, right?
Yeah, but
I know they was playing.
Wade was injured, man.
Let me get my spiel off. I'm just saying I'm gonna raise this up. I mean, who was it? Derek Anderson. I mean, Haslam was young. You know what I mean? Maybe not. Yeah, maybe not.
Wade was the only player on that joint. Yeah.
Right. But I will say this: that 06 Wade, if he got to drop 70 points every night to do it, he gonna do it.
He was out of his mind then.
Yeah, he going to that 06 Wade was different, bro.
Yeah, Antoine Walker, Jason Williams.
He was a starter.
If you know what, I take that back. I based on the defenses I'm seeing today, hell yeah, all four of these teams could play, bro. All four of these teams could play. I'm tripping. Shaq would average.
I was gonna say, who gonna stop Shaq? Exactly.
Shaq would average 40. Kobe would average 40. Jordan alone would average 50. Like, it's like, let's just be honest about the situation, bro. Like nobody's playing defense on these guys.
Came back to reality. Thank you.
Yeah. Because I had to think about the defense.
What are y'all talking about?
I had to think about the defense, bro.
There you go.
What? Well, I'm like, what am I seeing?
I'll play devil's advocate a bit. So the defense thing, like, it's hard to play defense in this day and age because everyone shoot threes. Like 95 Bulls, they have to pick up at half court, and the minutes they cross half. 95 Bulls didn't have to pick up at half court. Huh? You say, Joey?
That'll be okay though.
Yeah, they got a lot of.
Possibly, but we didn't see him do it.
That's not true. That's not true. Hold on. Hold on.
Go ahead, Fossil. I'm listening.
That's not true. For one, you have multiple people on that team that can guard you from one end of the floor to the other. Dennis Rodman can guard you from one end of the floor to the other. So can Mike. So can
without fouling. Without fouling.
So can Pippen. Yes. Don't forget about Pippen.
I don't know if he can check the Joker though. The Joker. Who in that roster can check Joker?
Rodman.
Would have been in here, dog.
Rodman. Listen, y'all understand between Rodman and Jordan alone.
Rodman would foul out in the first half.
No, bro. Between Rodman, listen, real quick.
Exactly.
Between Rodman and Jordan alone, you have 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards and 16 first defensive all teams. Like, what are we talking about, bro? Like, you put them over here. Defense is still defense, bro.
But defense back then, you could do a lot more hand checking. So I can't really take those awards and that stuff today. Again, I'm sorry. I'm assuming we're playing today's rules. Let me say that first.
Again,
if we're playing today's rules, today's rules, I can't take those defensive awards from back then. Like, it's a little different now.
What? Okay, let me ask you a question, Kev.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead, Jail.
I got a question. So I agree, right? But in this day and age, right? You just said we got to defend the 3-point shooters, right? Who you think gonna take more free throws? I guarantee you the Bulls team is gonna take more free throws.
Way more.
Fair enough.
Gonna take advantage of the rules more so than anybody else. Because then they're gonna start dropping back and try to shoot 3. But like you said, Apostle said, I mean, you got and that who was it? You said Ron Hop. No, who was on that night?
It's Rodman, Pippen, and Jordan.
Pippen, Jordan, and Longley. Is that what you said?
Cartwright.
Yeah, Longley was the center. Rodman was the power forward. Pippen, Jordan, Ron Harper.
Right. Pippen, Ron Harper, Jordan, and Rodman can pick up full court. And I see Ron Harper stuff some people.
The defense changed.
They all can defend multiple positions.
You can take the 90s defense out, right?
Okay.
You have not taken away their defensity, their tenacity. You haven't taken away their prowess, their hunger to win. You haven't taken away any of their athletic abilities. We're talking about one of the best teams orchestrated of all time. They're going to get it together, bro. And maybe it'll take one game or two out of the 82 game season. But this 95 Bulls team with that Jordan and that Pippen.
Bro, with these cake rules, them Bombers going 79-3. Stop playing
exactly,
around.
Bro. Like, they're going to
around, man.
Bro.
Stop that, Jordan gonna shoot a record 6 million free throws.
I'm trying to find a reason to make this a debate. Okay, I'm trying to.
Okay. Let's make this a debate. The 95 Bulls against the Denver Nuggets, right? 95 Bulls against Denver Nuggets that just
23 Nuggets that just won.
Yeah, that just won it. Yep. That just won it.
Okay.
Who's going to stop Jordan from doing anything he wants to do?
Nobody.
Okay. Let me dial down a little bit.
I get you. Come on.
Who's going to stop Pippen from doing anything he wants to do?
Nobody.
Okay. Let me break it down a little bit. Let me break it down a little bit. Who is going to keep Rodman out the paint from boxing out and getting 49 rebounds a night?
Nobody.
I mean, what's that? Nah. What's that? Got some rebound.
Listen, I saw Dennis Rodman go 0 for 5 and give you 36 rebounds when he last played for the Spurs. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
What are we talking about, bro? They only need him to grab rebounds and get the ball back to Jordan.
Do you remember when Rodman was scoring for Detroit, y'all? Do y'all remember Rodman used to score for Detroit?
Oh, he's a
bad yeah. And then he came to a team where there was a guy that already was doing all that, and all he had to do was just grab rebounds.
Oh, you don't remember the games with the Bulls? The Bulls game when they wanted to show the league that he could score. You don't remember that night? That night they said, they said tonight we're gonna show y'all Dennis can score.
Yeah.
He kept dunking on Bahamas.
Let me ask you this: so would y'all consider the 2022 Golden State Warriors a team of the day though? So could the Bulls play that 2022 Golden State Warriors?
Yes. Man, they beating them boys up, man.
Yes.
They beating them boys up.
They
beating them boys up, man.
Clay can't dribble.
Draymond gonna be on the sideline crying.
Draymond not gonna be playing.
Draymond really gonna have to fight though. He's
Andrew Wiggins.
Somebody.
Andrew Wiggins got to guard Jordan or Pippen. Come on, bro.
Who better leave Rodman alone, cuz he don't want them problems. He don't want them problems, bro.
Which one had that KD? Which one had KD? 2018.
Yeah, that was 2018 team.
Yeah,
I was 2018 team. I'd rather have
even with the 2018 team.
More dangerous.
Even with the 2018 team, bro. The 2018 team, Pippen is going to check KD. Jordan is going to guard the likes of whoever's at the 1 or 2. And guess what? KD can light him up, and Jordan's going to light the whole Warriors team up. Who going to check Jordan? I think y'all forgot who Jordan was, bro. He's giving them.
Ain't nobody forget Jordan.
Believe me, ain't nobody on this.
We know Mike going for 50, 60. You know, Mike might go for 63. We know that.
Yeah, Mike ended my bad boys run. Nobody here.
Hey, listen,
Mike was.
But I think
he ended their run. What are you talking about, man? That was the best. Time for them to go.
Pippen was the best perimeter defender in this time.
Hands down, Joe.
Hey, Joe, you on that sauce, man? Y'all listen. Stop that, man. Stop that, man. Y'all give that man too much yeast, man. Y'all give him too much yeast.
Ho. You really don't feel the same way about Pippen?
It's close. It's close.
Yeah, but
I mean, he was one. Okay, he was
don't
one
feel that way about Scottie Pippen.
It was one.
Check it out. Listen to me.
Who you thought was the best?
Scottie Pippen was a good player. He played his position and he played his role, but he got a lot of extra accolades because who he was associated with. I seen many nights he got demolished.
Wait a minute, when Jordan didn't play that year, Scottie Pippen took his team.
Scottie Pippen carried the team. Exactly.
Do me a favor. Somebody find the year. What I want y'all to do, find that year and please pull up Scottie numbers for that year. Please. All I want you to do is say his numbers for that year.
No. AK, let me ask you. AK,
pull up the numbers.
All right, let me ask you a question. Who was the better defender in your opinion? Like, name a better defender.
In the league or on the team?
No, in the league. A better perimeter defender in the league.
At the time.
At that time, you just said he wasn't the best. Can you name one? We already gonna say the glove. We got the glove. That's cool. You want those Sidney Moncrief in there too? Like who else we throwing in there?
Before them. We back with Dr. J and them.
I'm saying who do you want to? So who do you want to put in there?
But you're right though. Who else? Who was better?
Is that besides Gary Payton?
No, Gary Payton is a point guard.
I said perimeter defender though. I said
we said perimeter defender.
That's what Gary was.
I just wanted you to name somebody else, but we can move on. AK, we don't gotta do that.
So I got Pippen stats. So this is 96, 97, right?
Yeah.
That year Jordan wasn't there.
All right. So he averaged 20.2 points a game.
How many?
20.2.
20.
But then he averaged 1.8 steals a game.
Okay.
5.8 assists.
Oh man.
Rebounds was What is this? What rebounds? Rebounds is
defensive rebounds is 4.5.
No! Don't get. Keep reading them numbers, Kevin. Keep going.
Nah, I mean I'm about to rebounds too. So rebounds was total was 7 rebounds, 7.5 rebounds a game. Free throw percentage was 67%, 68%. Where am I?
It's not. Nobody said you're gonna put up Jordan numbers.
No.
Y'all said
What I'm trying to say, those are those MVP type numbers?
No.
Are they anything that
Nobody called him MVP though.
Y'all say he carried that team.
What I'm saying to you is this, bro.
Nobody said he was an MVP. Nobody said.
No, I'm saying, hold on. You just heard them numbers, right? You just heard them numbers.
The only reason we're doing this is because one of y'all said he carried that team all the way to blah blah blah. That's why AK said read the numbers.
He did carry the team to playoffs.
He did carry the team to
playoffs. Like what happened to that argument?
They lost to the Knicks.
We didn't finish that one.
It was a.
Okay, I mean, just off the top of my head.
Hold up. Wait. It was a phantom call on Hubert Davis, a 3-point shot at the top of the key while they lost to the Knicks and then go to championship. I remember that game.
No, hold on. They were not. Everybody stop that myth. They went to the Eastern Conference Finals.
It was the finals. It won a championship.
The Indiana Pacers was in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
The Knicks played Indiana in the Eastern Conference Finals.
What was the record that year? What was their record that year?
They won like 58 games.
Yeah, they still had a good season. They had a good season. Yeah, they had a good regular season. But yeah, like to top it off, I think the 95-96 Bulls, they could play in today's game.
We had some hot sauce going.
The
01 Lakers. Look, man, look. The hot sauce.
It was a couple teams I was trying to put in there, but I was getting rushed. Like
it's a couple teams you missed.
Ginobili and Parker and Ginobili.
It's a couple teams you missed because that 2011 Dallas team.
I like that Dallas team, and I like I'm gonna tell you who was a good. I'm gonna tell you another team.
I don't know.
That Dallas team was not good to me.
What did you just say?
You said it wasn't good.
I said in relation to all this team we're talking about, I don't think they were.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't think that
they were still a good team?
Whoa.
Do you know who they beat to get to the finals? Everybody they beat that year ended up going to the finals.
They packed up everybody. They packed up everybody.
Right. They packed up the Thunder that ended up going to the finals the next year. They packed up the Spurs
KD,
that ended up going.
Packed up LeBron. They packed up Kobe. We retired Phil Jackson. You better stop playing with the boys.
That was one of the best playoff runs.
But y'all sleeping on that Laker team that went 15-1. That Laker team.
Oh no!
That Laker team where the AI only beat them that one game. They swept through the playoffs. They beat that low.
Why you just say you was waiting on that?
Ain't nobody stopping that team anyway.
That's why you left. You was waiting on that anyway. That's all you wanted to say. You want somebody to say something about that.
No. That was one of the teams. This is the other team that people sleep on. I think it was that 94-95 Houston Rocket team. That team
sleeps on them.
That team was light. That team could play with these boys. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's true. They definitely could. They definitely could.
Rocket team was like that.
They definitely could.
They sweep Orlando in the championship.
I stand on it. I say this every time.
What team? If we date all the way back to 01, what team couldn't have played in today's game? Because right now, I'm thinking the Detroit Pistons that won. They can't play in today's game.
Well, they said they could beat. They said that Detroit.
Which one? Hold on. Which one are you talking about? I know you're talking about that one with Sheed and them. Which one?
Yeah,
come on, he's on Rip.
Rip, Chauncey Billups, all them. I don't think they.
All them long. Listen, you see how long all them Bama's team.
Wait a minute for a second. Wait a minute for a second.
That was team ball.
Me and Omar had this conversation the other day, and this was Omar rebuttal to this. Omar said not one of them boys is a Hall of Famer, so therefore they could not play with these boys today.
I'm not gonna lie. I think they were a good team back then. I don't think that team's game transitions to today's game. Yeah. There's nothing that they did that was extraordinary. They didn't have anything exemplary about them. They played really good team ball.
They could shoot and they could play defense.
Cool. So they'll get bounced in the second round. That's cool.
How they gonna get bounced?
No, that's cool.
But what's so different about today's game that they can't? If you can shoot, you can shoot.
Okay, I'll give you 4 teams that'll beat them right now. Giannis Antetokounmpo in the Bucks, Jimmy Butler in them Heat, the Boston Celtics, and the Philadelphia 76ers are smacking them boys.
They gonna need the ref. They're gonna need the ref.
Oh, they already got the ref. Joel Embiid already gives you 18 free throws a night. So I mean, Tyrese Maxey giving you 11 of them things a night. So I mean, it is what it is.
Get them bombers out of here. They can't even win now. You talking about they're gonna be somebody?
Listen, it's a lot of them teams. Listen, it's a lot of them teams.
Bombers can't even get to the chip.
Listen, a lot of them Spurs teams could play right now.
Michael, who did it?
Right now. That Kobe, that definitely that 07 team could definitely play. You know what I'm saying? That 08 team, the 08 Lakers team could definitely play right now with Lamar Odom and all them. Like, they could definitely do that. But
you're going to ride with them, but you're not going to ride the dudes that beat up Kobe and Shaq. Man, you sound crazy, man.
You know what's so funny? I'm glad that you said that. I didn't believe in the 04 Pistons. I think that they did whatever it is that they need to do to get a ring. But let's be honest. You put them right now in the East, they're not that good, bro. They're going to the playoffs. They just getting bounced in the second round.
Who's on that Lakers team you talking about?
Which one?
You talking about the Paul Gasol?
Yeah, Paul Gasol, Andrew Bynum, Kobe Bryant, all them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had a nice little mob, bro.
That wasn't better. That wasn't better than the other Lakers team, though. I mean,
no, Detroit didn't beat them. They won the ring that year. They won in 08. They won.
Who did Detroit beat that year?
Detroit beat the Lakers.
They beat the Lakers.
They beat the Lakers.
That was when Karl Malone was playing.
And Gary Payton.
That's when they tried
the old Lakers.
That was the last year with Shaq. That was the last year.
They still had Kobe and Shaq and all that, man. Don't start that battle. They got packed up.
That was the year Shaq and Kobe was beefing.
Did they make it to the final? But they in the finals.
They made the finals.
They got packed up.
Kobe and Powell.
I just kind of feel like in some instances, like some things just translate. Like I said, defense translates, shooting translates, an actual team translates nowadays. Like, can we be honest? Besides Jokic, what does Denver really have besides a team working and Jamal hitting big buckets every now and then? Like, seriously.
I mean, they got a Michael Porter Jr. that just shoots lights out anytime. They got Aaron Gordon that plays both sides of the ball.
Get out of here, get packed up, man. He getting packed up. He's getting packed up.
Listen, they won a ring this year.
Tim Wallace and Sheed is mashing him up, bro. They are mashing him up down there, bro.
I'll say this.
I get what you're saying. No, listen. I got what you're saying. I understand. They are playing big roles on the team, though. That's what I'm saying. And they're going only average like 11 and 6 or some shit like that. Like, he's not wowing the world. Jamal Murray during the regular season averaged like 19 or 20.
He's a beast. He's a beast.
But what I'm saying is, besides him and Jokic, for real, running that jump, Michael Porter Jr. comes in and he does his thing.
Man, get him out of here, man.
Porter plays his role. What I'm saying is, they are a good team. That translates, though. They're a good team. Like, talent-wise, they do what they do. But
they had good role players last year. They had good role players. Yeah.
Teams translate. Being a team, having role players do what they do at a good clip, it translates. That's why I'm trying to figure out, why are we talking about they can't, the Pistons can't run because they were a team. That was the biggest thing for them. They had their role.
It's not about J.O. It's not about them not being able to run. I just said they wouldn't win. They wouldn't win. They're not winning a ring. They're not winning a ring this time around. If you drop them in 2024, they're not winning a ring. It's okay, bro. And
they're playing by big boy rules, the cupcake rules.
I'm gonna go on record and say this. That Pistons team might have been one of the worst teams that have won a ring in the last 25 years.
Are you on dog food or acid? Which one are you on?
You said I'm on what?
Are you on dog food or acid? What are you talking about?
All right, so name a team that was worse than them that won a ring in the last 25 years.
Worse than them? I ain't saying no team is bad that won it.
So just some numbers. They average 90 points a game, and the opponents average 84 points a game.
That was their style. I mean, it was a defense team. They made it ugly. That was their style.
I don't even got them. I don't even got them beating the Celtics.
You had Clutch Chauncey making shots.
And let's watch this. If they played Denver Nuggets, I guarantee you, Joker and Aaron Gordon would lead the league in hot tub visits. I guarantee you. If they would be ice bathing every night.
I'm listening to
They would have played that 18 Golden State team. You think they would beat them?
Hell no.
Who?
Hell no.
Detroit.
Nah, they not beating them.
Hell no. Exactly. What are we talking about?
But there's a lot of teams they can't beat, though.
It's a lot of teams they can't beat.
In the East,
I just think that they play good defense, and I think that wouldn't translate today.
I don't even got.
East right now?
Do y'all hold on?
There's a lot of bad teams in the East, dog. You gonna tell me they can't play in the East right now?
Only won 7 games.
Listen, no. J.O. Let me rephrase. No, let me say what I said. I said they would make the playoffs. I already said that. I said they would probably lose in the second round, and I gave you 4 teams that they would lose to.
Who lose the second round?
Them Pistons, 05 Pistons.
But we're asking, can they play in this generation? Yes, they could. I'm not saying they would be goddamn.
No.
I'm not saying they're gonna be world beaters, but they would definitely be third or fourth.
Man, listen. There are a lot of teams them boys can beat, man. I don't know what this man. I don't know. It must have been somebody. I don't know what you guys.
Do y'all remember the question that was asked?
Yeah.
The question that was asked
Can they
was
play
which
in
teams have the
today's
best chance of
yes. So we got that. But look at we're doing versus now. So when y'all said that Detroit team, can they beat Cleveland's championship team with LeBron and J.R. Smith?
No.
And Chalmers?
No.
Cleveland or you say Cleveland?
No. Cleveland championship against the one championship they got. Nah.
Against Detroit? No.
Nah, and so we could do a whole show on this, fellas. I mean,
exactly.
Like it's some dope intel. I got a good combo. I got a great topic for y'all next time, man. And I appreciate y'all for jumping in this week. I just want y'all.
You're now tuned into the Next2Flex Podcast. Streets talking about.
We held it down for
the Next2Flex Podcast is streaming on all digital platforms, including on the TuneIn app and iHeartRadio.
All right, fellas. So look, let y'all sign off individually. So we're gonna start it off with J.O. and go around the room.
Boom. This way. Okay.
Yeah, you just talk.
Yo. Glad I got my mic fixed. J.O. Talk Your Shit Podcast. Love being on here. This is my crew, my fellas. Lifeblood. I'm the lifeblood of this podcast. Just so y'all know. And till next time.
Awesome.
Before I go, J.O., you don't want to tell the people about your other show or none of that stuff?
I did. I said talk.
You just did. You missed it.
All right, I did. All right, man.
You was yanking shit out. You was yanking shit out.
AKA the Apostle. This is Let's Talk Sports, y'all. You can catch me tomorrow. I will be live doing my NFL talks, and every Monday we do our boxing talks. I will be covering a fight in Madison Square Garden on February the 16th. We got a lot of stuff popping off. Get back at you, man. This is AKA the Apostle.
Sean, let's get him.
Yo, look here. Mr. Slick back. Y'all see it right there. Side. Slick 45. Photography, that's what I do. That's what I'm doing. I'm enjoying myself. So holler back. Otherwise, it's Next2Flex. Look here, y'all. Have a great time. Love you guys. Salute.
Yeah.
I think we found your running mate, Darius. My bad. I think you found your running mate.
All right, go ahead.
You said what? Okay.
I think you found your running mate.
For his presidential bid or something? Or
Yeah. The Republican. Yeah.
Oh, okay. This Kev, what up? Like talking to y'all. Y'all be easy.
All right, Darius.
Yep, DMVD nice. Here another week, man. I enjoyed it. Let's do it again.
Man. All right, we're gonna try to get it up next week. We'll probably do a remote. Also, Shout out to everybody that listen to us. My boy O will be back next week, man. Hope he get better. And y'all know where to find me here. All right, so y'all be easy. Thanks again for coming, fellas. Let's get it.
K-K-K-K-K-E-L